I just finished my engineering. I'm an engineer
Yeah.
in computer science and artificial intelligence.
Okay.
And I'm also studying to become a pilot as well.
Are you collecting degrees at this point?
Just collecting more experiences,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
doing side quests in life now.
Yeah.
We're just chilling.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then Twitter starts blowing up with the videos. Our Instagram DMs start blowing up with the videos. Buzzend starts getting tagged on videos. And we're like, what is happening? It's 3 a.m. Because
Trust me, that thing got so wild. We had millions and millions of views.
the volunteer started getting texts from his college friends.
Okay.
That, bro,
Because in the video, the volunteer was being punched by a bouncer.
Do you feel like it's necessary to have good amount of capital, or lack of capital can be covered by something else?
hosting an event is obviously going to be capital intensive because you're not going to be selling tickets without paying the artist first. If you're not selling tickets, how do you pay the artist? So that is where you need to have a good amount of capital on your hand to pay the artist advance at least 50% or to cover the artist cost, so that you can start selling tickets and make money from there, and then go on to sell tickets, and then you can recover the money from there. But if you go through this community building route, event management route, then it's not as capital intensive as people think it is. Because event management is basically, you need to be a good person who can manage people.
Most controversial.
Oh,
one.
I'll take
Most
it.
controversial.
Who's
It's the
gonna take
same.
this?
So yeah, the
We know what's the most controversial.
You know
most
the
controversial
We
is a
all know.
common one. We might have different memorable events for sure, but the
Okay.
most controversial is a common one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now the most controversy was Arpit. Now we all know what happened.
the
on
one that we
day.
hosted on Feb 16th.
16.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's. I won't, say what exactly.
we won't go
happened.
into specifics.
Yeah, I mean, people know what
Okay.
exactly
People-
happened.
because
Trust me, that thing got so wild. We had millions and millions of views.
It went
Like, that
extremely
thing
viral.
Yeah.
That one
Okay.
incident, super viral.
Yeah, there is no negative marketing. Marketing is marketing.
Marketing is
And it went out crazy. And there was we were that night, it was literally on the day of the event, Raat ke 2 baje and all, we are literally looking at all the reels coming in. In the middle of the night, we are in that headache, bro, what is happening?
Yeah.
It was like a good negative
Okay.
marketing basically, but there was something happening.
Yeah, but still you
Around-
have to handle it.
Okay, so
yeah.
how do we handle the damage that's happening?
Yeah,
How do we
yeah.
do damage control?
Yeah.
Is what
Yes,
we're
yes,
thinking.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think imagine what the damage control would have been. So I am in my night. We're all in our night suits. We're just chilling at 3 a.m. in the morning.
At the
and-
hotel.
At the hotel. And
With
there's one-
Arpit Bala in the room. We were just chilling.
Okay.
And then Twitter starts blowing up with the videos. Our Instagram DMs start blowing up with the
Yeah.
videos. Buzzend starts getting tagged on videos. And we're like, what is happening? It's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
crazy big shit.
And then we open the tags. And then we see videos going around. We're like, this is bad. What do we
Okay.
do? And in one of our volunteers was also kind of
Yeah.
in between the whole hustle.
Okay.
The volunteer started getting texts from his college friends.
Okay.
That, bro.
Because in the video, the volunteer was being punched by a bouncer.
And
Okay.
it was
It
the
was actually a
volunteer's fault.
misconception.
You know what? Could you guys just give little bit of details
From the starting.
Yeah, exactly. Just give a little bit of glimpse.
All right, okay.
I mean,
Use the very appropriate
yeah,
word.
the most
Appropriate words, yeah,
Yes, I will do that,
exactly.
okay.
Sugar coated and bring it out.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Keep it PG-13.
Done. 100%. Okay, I can do that. All right.
Yeah.
So
PG-13
the
version.
event was at a venue in Kurmangla, and the artist Arpit Bala wanted to use the washroom.
Okay.
So we're like, we'll take you to the washroom, which is near the backstage. He's like, no, I will go to that one. We're like, done. ठीक है.
Okay.
We had a human chain of about 6 people, and other people, 2 people in front, clearing up the crowd.
Okay.
He's walking through that, uses the washroom, and he's coming back.
Hmm.
Someone assaults him over there.
Okay.
He gets assaulted,
All right.
and the bouncer didn't know who it was.
Oh.
And one of my volunteers who was there in the human chain, the bouncer thought it was him because the guy who assaulted him was behind my volunteer, behind our volunteer.
okay.
And Arpit Wala was shouting at him behind behind the volunteer. The bouncer didn't know who Arpit was shouting at.
Okay.
And the bouncer punched my volunteer.
Yeah, like 4 punches on the
Like-
face. Lal ho gaya tha.
Proper.
Oh.
He got punched like a boxing ring. बराबर से punch पड़ा उसको, ठीक है?
I mean, go.
And people have that video. And it's being circulated everywhere.
Okay.
And now that guy has a pretty good image in college because he does a lot of women empowerment and all of that stuff. And he was getting DMs. He was
He
getting
runs
DMs.
a women empowerment ring in his college.
And he was getting DMs from his college mates like, bro, what is happening? What did you do? Why is he shouting at you? Why is bouncer punching you? And he loses his mind. He has a breakdown like, bro, this is not done. Fix this.
Yeah.
So at night at 3 a.m. we're in the room. Even he's there in the room and he tells Arpit Bala, can you please send a text to me saying that I am not involved in this, so I can put that story up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he does that, and that is part of what damage control we've done.
Okay.
Other
And
damage
then
control,
Arpit also
Another
Arpit
damage
was-
control is I did. So I had an emotional connect with him because he's like a brother to me, and he said, "Bro, I'm in a very tough situation." रोने तो जैसा था.
Okay,
So
okay.
I said, "What do you want me to do?" He said, "Put out an official communication as the co-founder of the event, saying that so and so person is not involved in that thing." So I am in my pajamas, and
Okay.
everyone's in the room and all. So we went in the restroom, and I made a 1-minute video speaking that this is what happened, this is the reality, this is what's being shown, and this guy is not responsible. And
Okay.
that's when I got viral. And I'm like, ये तो unnecessary हो गया.
and then but the best part about that was Arpit, he was really cooperative and understanding.
Yeah.
Like as a person, he actually, even though it's irrelevant to him, take care.
Yeah.
He put out a story on his page saying out ki it wasn't him. Like whoever, he explained the situation. It's a situation. This is what had happened, and he explained everyone ki this is what had happened. You don't have to attack someone for something they have done, even though you win then. Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, see, there was a lot of ups and downs because it was our first show, right?
Yeah.
It was haywire.
We were free balling that event. We had from the time we booked the artist to the tickets, we had no clue what we were doing.
It was like
And we
people.
were so constrained on time that everything's happening so quick.
Yeah,
And we're
yeah.
like, what do we do?
And then there were like a couple of friends of ours. They were like, bro, I've been in the industry for long. I'll help you. I'll do this, do that. So they were like people giving their opinions. So we don't know like how an event like this big event happens, right?
Yes, yes.
Now we just believe their opinions and all. So there was like a
the
lot
soup
of
got raita.
yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Because there was a lot coming in, ki
Yeah.
ye kar, wo kar,
Too many
ye kar,
opinions.
and we did everything that they said.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of things that we did which started breaking down.
It started feeling overwhelming.
correct,
I guess
Yeah,
so.
correct.
So we've always been in the front end of an event, handling it, managing and all that stuff. So we knew how to take care of the event on ground. Like we had an entire box office scene sorted. We had our somewhat crowd management sorted as well. But then we didn't know what goes on in the back end of an event.
Okay.
That we had zero clue about.
Zero.
And we're like, first time, let's learn, let's do it on our own. So we tried to do it on our own. Some part it went great. But then when it came to the venue, the bouncers and all that stuff, we had no clue what to do. The production, the main part that also faced an issue was the production as well. The event is supposed at 5 o'clock. The production fabricators are still working till 4:30. Sound check has not been completed for the artists. And they're still working. So we're like, in my mind, I had given up. I'm like, nahi ho raha mere se. I want to call this event off. We are done.
Okay.
Okay. But then I'm like, never mind. It's almost done. We'll put out a message saying that, hey, it's postponed to 6 o'clock. Event is still happening. Artists performing at the same times. But just give us some more time. There's some technical glitch at the event.
Okay.
And then we still managed to pull it off. But then this controversy thing happened. And then it went extremely viral. And honestly, great thanks to Arpit. On his streams, he's a different person. But when you meet him in person, he's a completely different person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Extremely cooperative, very sweet guy. Extremely sweet. On his stream, he depicts himself as like a Chad, like a Sigma guy.
Yeah.
But in reality, he's not that. He's a very calm and peaceful. He's a very understanding guy. So that is where most of our damage controls are taken care of by him as well. Because the next day he put out like a 2.5 minute stories, like minute each. I think he put out 3 stories,
Yeah.
narrating the entire thing that happened, and
And
keeping.
the best part was he wasn't targeting anyone कि इसने किया था
Correct,
इसकी वजह से
yeah.
होता. He just told कि this was a situation that happened.
Like, there's
bro.
a lot of crowd
He
that
didn't
came in.
blame anyone for anything.
Correct.
He was like, this is what had happened, and here's the explanation to that. Right? So, in that way, because see, if it was any other artist who had like ego issues and everything, he would have been like, it's not my issue, it's your headache.
Yeah.
Right? But Arpit wasn't. He was like cooperative. He understood our point of view. He was able to explain to his crowd what exactly happened.
Right. And other artists, I feel like they would have blatantly just, thrown dirt on our entire company that, hey, Buzzend organizers, they were horrible. In his entire statement and entire video, not once has he mentioned Buzzend. He's told the organizers of the event. That's all. So that way, that video got crazy reach. Alright? And I think that is where majority of our damage control has happened. Saying that if he himself is accepting that the organizers have no huge part in this entire thing that has happened, that is where our damage control is taken care of. So yeah, the artist himself took care of everything. We didn't have to break our heads to a damage control. A little bit he did. He created that. He recorded the whole video, put it out on his story. I think if I scroll back to Buzzent archives, I'll probably still find the video over there. Him apologize to the volunteer saying that, hey, I'm sorry that's happened to you, but you are not responsible for it.
Yeah,
So
that's,
yeah.
It's really nice of him to do that. Actually.
Honestly, yeah.
So and this time we are like we know what to do, what not
Yeah.
to do, and this
So this time
time
we're gonna like we've learned in life. This time also we're gonna learn from those lessons. So this time we've got the timeline. We have it all structured. Key at what date, what has to happen, what team has to be created, the number of people, operations, the marketing game.
and yeah,
all
the
of it is
last
on
time the
mine.
biggest mistake we did was we three took everything on our heads.
Yeah, we
we
didn't have
didn't
a
delegate
team.
the work.
Yeah.
We didn't delegate.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Right now we've delegated most of our work, so we focus on the main thing.
Yeah.
Like कि where's the business? We just tell them कि ऐसा होना है. They'll make sure they get it done. So we have a full-fledged team this time behind working this. It's not really 3 of us. There's a full-fledged of team. Like I guess
Yeah.
how many 20 people? Right?
20 people.
I think we have about 20 to 40 of our interns
So
working at it right now.
we didn't last time. We didn't have the time to delegate.
Yeah.
It was happening so quickly. We booked him 10 days before the show. 9 days before the show, we've done the ticketing. Okay? We didn't have time to delegate, but this time we have an ample number of time. Sorry, we have almost close to 1.5. We booked him 2 months ago.
Okay.
Booked the artist 2 months ago. So from that time, we're ideating on how to make sure everything runs smoothly. We've spoken to the venue. We have better bouncers on board to make sure that whatever mistakes we made earlier don't repeat themselves in this event. We have a smoother customer experience, smoother artist experience, and all of that stuff. So that is what we had learned from Arpit Bala, and that's what we're going to take care of in Shoregar as well. We were like, long term, down the line, we want to bring Taylor Swift to India. So her performance fee and everything, it comes down to an investment of close to 300 to 400 crores. We can host her at Ahmedabad's Motera Stadium, which has a 1.5 lakh capacity. Okay? From my perspective, I don't think we've had a bad experience with an artist exactly. We've had a bad experience with the artist management. The managers have a massive ego. That he's my artist, you will have to listen to me, otherwise the artist will not perform.
Start at ground zero. Because when you're at a good position, that's when you will know that ground zero is facing some problems, you can rectify it. If you don't know udhar kya ho raha hai, how can you probably rectify a problem when you're up there?
Yeah.
So you need to go up the ladder in order to learn all of those mistakes, and when you're up there, you make it perfect.